Hey everybody. So I'm back to do one more here. Weezer, "Say It Ain't So." So again, this is another one that Ali said, "Oh no, this is one you got to do." So I got some info here on it. I got the lyrics up. Ranked as number 10 on Pitchfork Media's top 200 tracks of the 90s. Number 72 on Rolling Stone's The 100 Greatest Guitar Songs of All Time in 2008. "Say It Ain't So" is the third and final single from Weezer's 1994 debut album. So 1994, huh? Okay. While initially believed that lead singer Rivers Cuomo was singing a tale of teenage despair in the wake of alcoholism that was tearing his family apart, it turned out to be untrue. Rivers commented on his Genius bio. Actually, the whole story was based on a misunderstanding. "My dad never drank. He just posed for a picture looking like a gangster with a beer and a cigar, but he was a vegetarian and a Buddhist." Later expanded on the misunderstanding, said, "I hadn't spoken to my father in years. I mean, I hardly spoke to him at all growing up. He only had a fax machine at the time, and out of the blue, I got this fax from him. 'Weezer, give me a call. We need to talk.' So I got in touch and explained where I was coming from in the song. But I'm kind of mortified that a lot of 'Say It Ain't So,' as powerful as it is and as true as it is based on a misunderstanding. The root of it is this photograph of I have my dad and my mom where he's wearing a sleeveless undershirt, smoking a cigar and holding a Heineken. He looks so intimidating. So interesting. So now I'm interested to hear the song and hear how it could be potentially interpreted as his dad having some kind of alcohol problem or something like that. So let's take a listen. Also, what did I say it was? 1994? And I can say I've never heard this song. And people, they go nuts sometimes, and they'll be like, "How can you say you never heard this song?" One guy was like, I just think it's sad that you've never heard this music." Dude, I've heard way more music than you have ever heard. I just don't listen to the same music as you. So this is interesting. I'm discovering this music that I would not have listened to in 1994. It would have had no appeal to me whatsoever. I was into, a lot of like fusion and things that were way more sophisticated musically, being a musician. I found this, pop music that was out in the day a little bit boring. Now I'm not looking at it from that vantage point anymore. I'm listening to it as like with no preconceived ego or no preconceived conception about what good music and what bad music is, and it's all cool, it's all good. So let's take a listen. See, now I would have just dismissed this right here. I would have turned it off back in the day because it sounds like there's wrong notes in it.
Oh yeah. Somebody's hiding, drowning my ice spots. Somebody's cold one is giving me chills. Guess I'll just close my eyes. Oh yeah, alright, feels good inside. Flip on the telly, wrestle with Jimmy. Something is bubbling behind my back. The bottle is ready to blow. Say it ain't so. Your joke is a heartbreaker. Say it ain't so. My love is a life taker.
So right off the bat, it's I'm hearing "Under the Bridge." I wonder. I I'd like to see the timeline for when these two songs were written.
I never could do that which might hurt you. So try and be cool. And I say, this way is a water slide away from me to taste it fuller every day. So be cool. Say it ain't so. Your joke is a heartbreaker. Say it ain't so. My love is a life taker. Dear Daddy, I write you in spite of his silence. You cleaned up, found Jesus. Things are good. Also, I hear this bottle of Stevens awakens ancient feelings. Like father, stepfather, the sun is drowning in the blood. Yeah, 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 yeah. Say it ain't so. Your joke is a heartbreaker. Say it ain't so. My love is a life taker.
So the end was interesting there, where they sustain that one note and then they play the intro chords there. Let me turn this off and let me grab my guitar. So hang on, I will be right back. Okay, so had to grab my guitar. What we got here is a 1979 Fender Strat. So let's take a listen and let's see what we got. And so we got that open string there. So this is an E flat. Let's see if we can get some guitar into this. Let's turn this a little bit. So we got so an E flat. So he's going to the major 3, 4 to 1. But it sounds like his guitar is tuned down to E flat. So I can't get that open string. So it would be, he'd have to be tuned down to E flat and playing it here. Something like that, right? So he's got that weird open string that's going from major third to minor third. So I was telling you, that's something that I would have been like, I would have listened to that and when this song came out and went, what is that? You know what I mean? It's just, that doesn't even make sense. But there's no rules. There's no rules in music. And if you want to go, you know, why not? Why not? You know? So I think this song is probably a good example of something that I would not have thought much of back in the day because of whatever preconceived notions and whatever history and musical expectations and everything that I was carrying with me. I would have listened to this and said, oh, these guys, you know, these are like beginners that just want to play something weird. And but I can listen to it now with fresh ears and no preconceptions and listen to it and go, why not? Why not do that? It's It's interesting. It works. Well, you can't really do it unless you tune your guitar down. So I'd have to, again. Why not? It sounds cool. Why not? It sounds cool. So that's really, this is one of the cool things I like about doing this channel, is that I'll listen back to stuff that I might not have given a listen to back in the day. I also said that this sounded a lot like Under the Bridge, you know. Sometimes I feel like whatever. Sometimes I feel like my only friend is the city I live in, the city of angels. Lonely as I am, together we cry. So it's got that same vibe. Let's see, what key? He's in here. It's got the same vibe. I'm curious to see when these songs were written. And listen, if it was inspired by the Chili Peppers' Under the Bridge, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, imitation is part of writing music. You hear something cool and you say, well, I want to write in that vein or in that style. I mean, think of every blues song you ever heard. It's the same chord progression with just some different words to it. It's just, it became a genre of all on its own, just with this simple framework. So saying that it sounds like that other song, I'm not saying that to disparage the song in any way. I'm just saying, isn't that cool? So anyway, let's keep going. Let's see what else we got.
Oh yeah.
And then you got the upbeats. So you got two guitars going there.
Somebody's hiding, drowning my ice spots. Somebody's cold one.
There's another ambiguous chord. Not sure if it's major or minor. Major. Major.
Oh yeah.
Okay, major. But there was one chord, a phrase back.
Feels good.
So there's those Hendrixy trills.
Flip on the telly.
You know, so that's why I say it sounds. You know, when Hendrix, you know, from coming from an R&B background, you know, if he was playing an E chord, a bar chord up here, you'd hear. And if he's playing an A chord, you might hear. You know, you hear those kind of trills. So, you know, very, the suspensions, the sixths, you know, it's been a while. All that kind of Hendrixy stuff. That's what I'm hearing with this. So you can't say, you know, oh well, that, you know, they copped this lick off of Chili Peppers. Well, Chili Peppers got that off of Hendrix. It's just a musical style. It's a stylistic thing. So pretty cool. I like the chorus. I like how it goes into the chorus and builds up. This is cool. Very 90s. That's cool. This seemed to be popular in the 90s, you know, Nirvana too, where you'd have a quiet verse like this, and then, you know, when you get to the chorus, it's just like, man, pedal to the metal with, you know, that distorted big Mesa boogie sound, you know. Interesting that there's no real vocal effects on the vocal. It's very intimate. Nice harmonies there.
Dear Daddy, I write you in spite of his silence. You cleaned up, found Jesus. Things are good. Also, I hear this bottle of
Isn't that interesting?
awakens ancient feelings like father, stepfather. The sun is drowning in the blood. Yeah.
So I think that's really interesting, that bridge where they're going. So they're going to the five. Let's go back for a minute. They go down to this chord. Oh, I'm hearing it in the. So what's interesting there, I went back to the key that in my head that I was playing before. So it goes to the 5 chord, which would normally, it really wants a flat 7 and a 5 chord with a that's so interesting. And then to 1 to flat 3. Just I keep hearing it in the key that it's being played at on. No, I keep hearing the finger positions that it's being played on in here. And when I go here, I'm a half step off because they have their guitars tuned down. So I think that's an interesting bridge. I like that. I like the fact that they're going to a 5 chord and then playing, going down that half step. I wouldn't have thought of that because that's technically, that note isn't in there, and it sounds great. It sounds great. So very cool. I like that.
Things are good. Also, I hear this bottle of Stevens awakens ancient feelings like father, stepfather. The sun is drowning in the blood.
Right back into that, and it's cool. That's so cool because it's really cool because the way the chords choices that they used on that bridge made it sound like it was going into a new tonal center. And then when they come back into the song, it sounds interesting and really cool. So I'm going to go back again to that. And again, when I'm hearing the sound, I'm seeing where to play the notes on the guitar, but my brain, what I'm thinking is off a half step.
Stepfather, the sun is drowning in the blood.
That's so cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's cool. I like that call and answer. That's cool. So it's so cool that I got to listen to this with new and fresh ears, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. I think it's a really cool song. So Weezer, "Say It Ain't So." And yeah, don't ask me, how come you never heard this song? It may have been on the radio or on MTV or something like that, and it was just like, something I wasn't interested in. I switched on to some jazz or switched on to some fusion or, whatever. I had different musical tastes at that point because, by 94, I was already old, man. So anyway, listen, great, good recommendation here. I'm glad I listened to it, and I'm really enjoying Weezer. So this is really cool. I love listening to all this new stuff and picking it apart and learning it and learning stuff that I would have been like, if it was in this key, I would have thought, oh my God, that's so wrong. And now I play it and I go, that's pretty cool. So anyway, cool, man. Great song. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.